Coterminal angles are angles that share the same side. For example, if I draw the x and y axis here and draw an angle of approximately 20 degrees, an angle that could be coterminal this could start at the initial side, go all the way around to the terminal side. So that new angle we've created has gone a distance of 360 degrees plus 20 degrees to create an angle of 380 degrees. 20 degrees would be coterminal with 380 degrees. Let's look at finding coterminal angles. Determine one positive and one negative angle that is coterminal with the following angles. For example, if we start with 40 degrees, to find an angle that is coterminal with this, we can add or subtract one revolution. Because we are working with degrees, one revolution is 360 degrees. If we add 360 degrees, we get 400 degrees. We can look at what this would look like if we drew these angles. If we have 40 degrees, and we start at the initial side, we go around a distance of 360 plus up to 40 degrees, which gives us our new angle of 400 degrees. Let's find the negative angle. To find the negative angle, we would subtract 360 degrees. 40 degrees minus 360 degrees will give me negative 320 degrees. To visualize this on our Cartesian plane, we can draw 40 degrees. Always start at the initial side, but because it's a negative angle, we will go this way around to reach our new angle. This new distance is a distance of negative 320 degrees. So the angle 400 degrees, negative 320 degrees, and 40 degrees are all angles along this terminal side. Let's start with a negative angle. Let's start with negative 700 degrees. We have two options. We can add 360 degrees, as if we add 360 degrees, we will still have a negative angle of negative 340 degrees. We could also choose to find a negative angle by subtracting 360 degrees, as that would also give us a negative angle. To find the positive angle, we would have to add 360 degrees. Since we've done that up here, let's just take our answer to that of negative 340 degrees and add 360 degrees to that, which gives us 20 degrees, which is a positive angle. This also helps us visualize where on the unit circle this is. 20 degrees is approximately here, which is in quadrant 1. Now let's find a coterminal angle using radians. Let's start with 17 pi by 6. We want to add or subtract one revolution. So if we're working in radians, let's add 2 pi. To add 2 pi, we then want to actually make this have a common denominator. So we want to make this 12 pi over 6. So when we add this, we get 29 pi by 6, which gives us another positive coterminal angle. Let's look at finding a second coterminal angle. If we subtract 2 pi, again we'll use 12 pi by 6, so we have a common denominator, we get 5 pi by 6. This is also a positive coterminal angle. 5 pi by 6 would be an angle that would help us find which quadrant it is. 5 pi by 6 is in quadrant 2. To find a negative coterminal angle, we take our smallest positive coterminal angle, so 5 pi by 6, and continue to subtract 12 pi by 6, which gives us negative 7 pi by 6. Let's do one final example, starting with a negative angle in radians. Again, we can add or subtract one revolution, so we will add 2 pi. When we're adding 2 pi, we want to have a common denominator, so let's convert our 2 pi to 6 pi by 3, so when we add we get 4 pi by 3. Again, this can help us visualize 4 pi by 3 is in quadrant 3. This is also a good example to look at how this, if we went a negative angle, is 2/3 of the way to pi, so it is negative 2 pi by 3. Let's find a negative coterminal angle. To find a negative coterminal angle, we will need to subtract 2 pi, again with a common denominator. So we'll write 6 pi by 3. Negative 2 pi by 3 minus 6 pi by 3 will give us negative 8 pi by 3. All of these angles represent where this terminal arm lies.